Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thank you so much for joining me. So I'm here to do a flip through of a whole bunch of journals, notebooks, ephemera, a load of stuff that I have finished over the weekend. So yeah, there's a lot to show, so it will be a bit of a long video. All of these will be for my Etsy shop. The Ringbound journal is spoken for. But currently everything else is up for grabs. So let's dive into the flip through. Okay, so the first journals I want to show you are these two that I made together. They are primarily writing journals, but there is ephemera inside. And as you can see, I have upcycled some of the Edith Holden book covers to make them. So this one is from the Nature Notes book. This one is from, it's kind of like an autobiography about her life called The Edwardian Lady. So that is those. So I don't really have a particular order. So both of them are two signatures. Now the two signatures are held in by elastics, but as you can see I've done the eyelets differently where we've got this looped effect going on, really because I didn't want to hide or cover any of this beautiful gold gilding, so that is the original spine detail from the book cover. But the signatures themselves are a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, so the whole signature comes out, but as I said, on elastics. So I've kept the original end papers of the books, and I've just reinforced the spine with my own spine and also some gold upholstery fabric, and as I said, two signatures. Okay, so we've got this piece which I made on video a while back. So that just opens up and it's a fold out writing spot there with some of the Edith Holden papers and on the back. Now I think I stuck this the whole way down rather than making it a pocket, so it is just you know, the fold out writing spot, but it looks very pretty on that first page. So we've got some vintage sheets there, we've got some country diary envelopes. This one I've stuck down as a little tuck spot for a couple of writing spots. Got some note paper, got some book pages, note paper, a couple of leftover digitals and Gordon Benningfield image. We've got some patterned vellum, it's got like a swirl on it. This is a wallpaper, but you could write on the back there. I've lined it with some digital paper that can be written on, and the centre is this beautiful book pages, not from Edith Holden, from a different book, but they fit in really well with everything. So as I said, primarily writing journals these. Here we've got some country diary note and address paper. I thought that would be fun for writing on. And then I've added a charm, a dangle charm up here, so just a little bead and charm, hopefully you can see that. And then I've folded this side over so you can write here, but it's also a pocket. And in there I've got a tag from the Edith Holden books. Just a bit of stenciling on some of the plainer pages. Here we've got the other side of the envelope, and I've done the same thing as in the Ringbound journal where I did on video a bit of crochet, and I've stitched a charm onto the crochet. So that is this gold charm. And then this opens up like so, just for a bit of note paper. This is from a country diary stationery set. Now I haven't covered the back of the envelope. As I said, I wanted that focus to be on this detail, but also you can see that butterfly there, which I quite liked. You can write on the envelope, it's got a really nice texture. This part of the page I've folded over and added a scrap from the Edith Holden books, and in there we've got some genuine vintage ephemera from 1959. It's something to do with like a bank check. And we've got this piece which is just a writing spot, but it's, you know, it kind of looks like she's torn it from her notebook. So that was kind of the idea for those. And vintage paper there. We've got one of the Edith Holden pages, and then I've added this side pocket, I couldn't get my words out then, side pocket there with one of the scraps from the Edith Holden series. There's the Edith Holden text. And then I've just created this writing spot from one of the, I can't remember what book this would be from, but it's one of the like garden books in the Country Diary series. So you can write there and also on the back, because I have, I have lined it. And then we've got this journal card, which comes from the Frampton Flora books. We've got a Country Diary greeting card, which can be written on the back. Here I've decorated up the book page with the writing spot, and then this paper clip is actually glued on underneath the writing spot, and just get these journal spots out, which I thought looked really fun on the page. It kind of looks like, if somebody was documenting about nature and stuff, they would have that kind of thing in their book. Of course, you could do the same on the back side. I didn't want to do it on every book page because you might want to do something else there. We've got another beautiful book page. This can be written on the back. Music sheet here, which is actually called Tunes from Nature. Talks about rosy morning, so you could, journal here, but also add to it. About daisies. Here I've added this little fold-out writing spot, so you can journal on the front here. But this also opens out for more journaling, and as you can see, I've just decorated it up to make it look like, a page in a botanical type book, and just added these sentiments: be open to whatever comes next. And then this side, I've made it from 2 envelopes, so that side is actually folded over to make, a pocket. And in there, we've just got some tea-dyed notepaper and a couple of journal spots. So those just slip in there. It's a bit of a mishmash because obviously the envelope is folded over there, but I think it looks quite cute. And then I have left the whole thing open as a pocket, but I haven't put anything in there, so that's a secret spot just for you. Space to write on the back there, some more vintage type paper. There's that middle of this signature with the beautiful book pages again. Here I made this, oh gosh, a couple of years ago now. It's a paper bag pocket. So the paper bag itself is a pocket for this Country Diary greeting card. So you could, turn that into a notebook or just use it for a bit of journaling. And then on the front here, these are real pressed flowers in the window. And this piece is a journal card. So just craft card, but you can write front and back. Or just right behind, because the idea for the using the dark coloured card is it shows you the poem or the verse, I suppose, on the plastic. So that was from some packaging. I do have a video on making that. It was from a couple of years ago. Space to write there. More of the vintage music sheet, this time about toads and butterflies. There's the more beautiful book page. Oops. And then I've done the same thing on the back here. This time you get this piece, which is, I think Ginny sent me this, and then I just decorated it with a botanical identification card, so you could write on it, or it just looks, decorative on the page. There's the other side of the greeting card, so you can write there, but I have stuck this pocket on the back here, so I do have a video coming out for making this pocket. And inside I've just got a journal card made from the book pages, and this time backed onto some scrap card. That would have been one of my many scrap busting attempts, that one. Same with the pocket actually as well. More paper to write on, and as you can see I've done lots of stenciling. And then this piece is, I made this in one of the Roxy's weekly challenge. So it's a fold out from a book page. So this piece is a pocket, which is missing its thing in the, oh no it's not, there it is. I was going to say, I was like, I swear I put something in there. It's just some tea-dyed notepaper. Gosh, I don't know why I couldn't find that. That really is a secret writing spot. There we go, let's slip that in, lovely. And then this piece I've folded over to make a pocket, so it's actually like a tuck spot. And then I've got a journal card, and we've got this, it's like a faux vintage ephemera, but I've turned it into a writing spot. So that's that. And I just love how they peep out from behind the pocket. And then on the back there, this is from the Edwardian book, where this is one of Edith Holden's sketches, or a reproduction of it. So space to write around, presumably some kind of dormouse, field mouse type thing. So that's that one. This one will be similar, but different again. I did make them together. So this is this one. Again, 2 signatures. Same thing with the eyelets. Same way to do the spine with that upholstery fabric. This is the original end paper for this one. Okay, so I've got one of my clusters that I made from my fabric snippet. I do have a video on decorating those. That's just to decorate up that, and I love the browns together. This piece, I've got a folded over page for a little side tuck with the scraps and a sticker there for this journal card. And this Edith Holden die cut piece from the books. I think I bought those on eBay a long time ago. And we've got another faux vintage ephemera turned into a writing spot. And that one I've kind of folded over because I liked the idea of it just sort of peeking out from behind that pocket, and then you're able to see all of the layers. So once again, we have got some vintage paper with stenciling. We've got a Country Diary greeting card, a different one this time, space to write on the back. This is from one of the Country Diary books, The Wildlife in the Garden. I didn't want to cover this because it talks all about butterflies that you can see, and moths. Just a little bit of a detail there with a fussy cut and a word. Here's another Country Diary envelope, and this side is open again. Again, I've left this because I liked that you could see the greeting card through the opening. So this is a Country Diary greeting card, same as before. Yes, this will be a long video. There is a lot to get through with doing all of the flip throughs at once, but you know, I finished a lot in a short space of time. Okay, some note paper. I've done the same thing there with these couple of writing spots. I won't take them out, it's the same thing as before. Some more of that beautiful book page. We've got a doily in this one. We've got some coloured vellum. It's like a yellowy, creamy, yellowy colour. Some more of that beautiful book page. Some more vintage paper. And then this is the middle of this signature, where this is made from a wallpaper sample, and it's folded over to create 2 pockets on the left and 1 pocket on the right. So these are 2 small pockets for these 2 journal cards, again made from the Edith Holden scraps. And this one is a deeper pocket for this one. All the journal cards and tags have been sewn around, the ones that I've made. Some more beautiful book page. There's that vellum and doily. Book page there, all space to write or decorate up further. This has just got a cluster on it. I made these from some packaging and little bits and pieces. It says "Be You Bravely." There's the back of the envelope, and I've done the same thing as before with folding it over into a pocket for this little journal spot. And this is actually vellum stapled together, but you could do some fun writing on that or decorate them up, or do little collages or something is what I was thinking. Space to write there. Here I've got this pocket that I've collaged up with various scraps and different pieces. This is the piece for this one. We've got this folds out for writing front and back. I do have a video on making these, but I made them in the Woodland series. I made mushroom ones, so I just followed my video to make Edith Holden ones. But the process was the same. And again, one of those faux vintage ephemera writing spots. Again, didn't want to cover that up. I thought, there's stuff to see, little forget-me-not, but you could also add a writing spot to that if you prefer. There's the back of the greeting card. And then this time, this one has a double corner pocket. and we've just got various, you know, little journal spots in there, little pieces of ephemera, little cards like so, and then I've just decorated it up with a little bit of a cluster detail down there, and this bumblebee sunflower wooden charm. That's actually a wooden piece. So, and there's some music sheets. So again, you know, you could write on there, and plenty of writing space in these too. We have another Country Diary greeting card, again, different picture. Some vintage paper there, some more note paper with, I've just put a fussy cut and a label there. I used one of the scraps. I thought this would be kind of fun if you could do your journaling for October here. Again, parts of these journals was me trying to get through my Edith Holden supplies and my scraps. Some more music sheet that's focused on nature. So this is about voices you can hear in the summer, like birds and grasshoppers and things. And again in April. We've got one of those beautiful book pages again. This is telling you which wildflowers will attract butterflies from the Country Diary books. And again, we have an envelope folded over for a little tuck spot for, you know, a couple of pieces of ephemera for writing on. Again, I've done the same thing, this time with these two journal spots. Book page. Here I've done, so this is actually a Polly Pocket, you know, the type that you get in ring-bound like folders. So I've put in some Edith Holden book pages inside, just to give you a pretty book page to look at, and it's, you know, a fun texture. And again, we've got a wallpaper sample as the middle, and folded over in the exact same way as before. So we've got the two journal cards. Again, using up my scraps. Definitely did well with the scraps. And in this one, we've actually got two tags from the book pages. I think these were, yeah, these were together. So I've made two skinny tags from them. So there's the back there. You could write on that because that's this is like some kind of cardstock. So, but it's vintage. I tried to use up papers from my stash as well. Again with the Polly Pocket, so you get that front and back book page. This one is I've got a video coming out on how I made this. It's an embellishment piece with one of my clusters, and then that actually folds out so you can make your own writing spot if you wanted to do it on another page, but this time, you know, these are just clipped in for you to either keep it like that or stick it down. Here we've got another of the envelope with the same as before, where we've got that beautiful charm, and this is the note paper for in that one, again from the Country Diary stationery set. Again, I didn't want to cover up any of the flower detail, but on the back I've got this book page tag that I've turned into a double pocket. I do have a video on making those. So we've got a journal spot, and we've just got little pieces of ephemera. This is an original tea card. We've got faux vintage ephemera, a real bus ticket, vintage one, and a little identification card, and then just decorated up nicely. More book page, and beautiful music sheet, again, poems from nature. This is an original inscription on what I presume was like an end paper inside a book. Again, it was just in my stash, so I've kept that, and I've just done some tea splodging, so it kind of looks like someone, you know, had this. Here we've got a little bunny rabbit that I've actually glued down as a little tiny pocket, and it's just got a couple of stickers, so you could use those to, you know, decorate inside the journal. More of that beautiful vintage paper. And it finishes with the greeting card. Again, I've got a similar pocket to before. I do have a video coming out for that. And inside it's got some real vintage ephemera from 1940. This is about land tax, but you could, you know, journal on it or use it for collaging. Some original vintage bus tickets, and another little identification card. So that is that one. So let me pop this away and I'll get the next one out. Okay, so still sticking with the Edith Holden theme, this is the ring-bound journal that I was making on video. This comes as a little set with one of the notebooks that I made, also do have a video for that. This one is already spoken for, but I know quite a few of you were following along with the series and wanting to see this together, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the flip through. Just to show you, this is the notebook that comes with it. Some of you have seen this before. It's just made from the Edith Holden book pages, and then I've just decorated up the back. I don't want to open it because I love the bow, how I've done the bow. So it's just got 40 sides of journaling with tea-dyed papers, book page, a bit of tea-dyed vellum in there, and some beautiful scrapbooking paper that goes with the book pages. So this is the main thing that I want to flip through. This is the Ringbound journal. So this originally started a good couple of years ago as a Tim Holtz project. I actually repurposed it earlier this year to turn it into an Edith Holden themed journal. So I do have, a couple of videos on how I went about repurposing it. So it's made from a book cover that I've covered in this beautiful cream and gold fabric. I have added the brass corners front and back, and there's some more of that lovely fabric. Slightly different print, this one goes vertically, this one goes horizontally. Still the same fabric, just different parts of it. Okay, we've lined it with the Edith Holden paper. So this is the first page. We've got this little flip out with the thistles and a date label. Okay, so that flips out for a little corner pocket at the top there, and we've got some of that vintage ephemera from 1959. It's one of those check pieces. So the idea for this little bundle was, this is the folio that she's keeping all of her documents and notes about nature and different things that she's carrying with her in her bag, and this is the journal spot where she writes more about what she's seeing. So I've just decorated up, I made this from some packaging, so I've just decorated up some labels and butterflies, and I added this little blue tit up there, some of that beautiful Edith Holden book page, and then this flips over, and then we've got this side pocket, and in there I've got a journal spot from the Frampton Flora books, real vintage bus tickets, and just a little scrappy notepad for writing on. So that goes in there. I'm going to lose those bus tickets. Let me just try that again. Hang on. Oh, they've snipped right in. There we go. Right, let's try that again. Let's put that in first and then that. There we go. Okay. We've got some more of the Edith Holden book page with one of my labels and a butterfly. That's actually a junk mail window envelope, so this whole piece is the envelope. So we've got the envelope open as a pocket for this journal card. Again, all the cards are sewn around, and that is what is decorating the window envelope window. I've made a pocket in the corner here from the Edith Holden scraps. I've just added some crochet and a little flower. This was from the original books, and I've got this journal spot. So I think I did do a video on making these. Again, it's one of those spots where it looks like she's ripped it from her notebook, and I've decorated up the envelope with some vintage paper and some butterflies. Hopefully you can see those. Here I think I did this page off screen. I think I just playing around with some collaging. So it is some packaging, so I've added some fussy cuts, butterflies, and this beautiful flower. One of my words, Wander Through the Meadow, and then one of these pieces from one of the Country Diary books. It flips over and we've got a pocket on the back. I think I might have made this in some kind of shop your trash, scrappy session. So the whole thing is a pocket for this tag, again from the Edith Holden books. So that just pops in there. It's a bit of a tight squeeze because I made this pocket from packaging. And then I've just got a piece of the torn off paper, and I've just done a stamp so you can write front and back, and butterfly in there. Here, this was from a card making kit. It was a card that you make cards with. but I've actually turned it into a page. So we've got this cute little pocket there, and this is the tag for in there. It's from the Country Diary range, I guess. And even though it's a circular tag, it's almost like I made it specifically, this pocket, for that, and I didn't. They were made, you know, completely separately, but that fits in there perfectly. And then I've just decorated up the page with some postage stamps, stickers and butterfly, and then we've got this number label behind the pocket. And over the way there we've got this little up tuck, which is stapled on, and then I've just added a bit of glue to make it more secure. And then this is what's inside. We have got a little pouch. So I've made it from some real vintage ephemera. It was just an offcut that I had with all that beautiful detail. And I have made a pocket thing from a word and a real vintage bus ticket. And in there I've just got a selection of writing spots. So we've got a journal spot there, got a little tag, an identification journal spot thing, and a piece of faux vintage ephemera from one of my kits. So those just pop in there, and it's almost like she's tucking away a bunch of notey things for later. Here we've got another flip out page. This is from the Country Diary envelopes. Really beautiful texture. So I've done some decorating on it and some stenciling. And same as before with the other journals, we have the crochet. This time, this one has this gold charm. And again, I've done the same thing where you can see the butterfly. This time I have sealed up the envelope, so it comes out this way for the writing spot. So even though there's only, you know, certain pages in here and they're all decorated, there is a lot of writing space in this one, plus the notebook. And then here we've got the Edith Holden book pages, the word June and a butterfly. And finally, we've got the back of the envelope, which again I've kind of stuck down. I've glued it sort of along there, so it's like a side tuck. So we've got a journal spot. We've got another journal spot. This is some tea-dyed card that I've stamped on and added a label to. And then we've just got this cute little card from the books that have turned into a writing spot as well. So that is that one. Thoroughly enjoyed making that. I do really find ringbound journals fun because same with folios really, you can do a lot of fun pages using all different types of things. I do find them very fun. So that is that set. As I said, this one is the one that's already spoken for. Again, still sticking with the Edith Holden theme, I have made a series of notebooks. Now these will be much cheaper than my usual journals because they are just notebooks. All of them have 40 sides for journaling inside. I do have a video on how I made these. I made them from singular Edith Holden book pages that I joined together, lined with scrapbooking paper, and then, you know, added, you know, lace and different things to the spines. So all of them are very similar inside. But they all will have separate listings because they have, you know, slightly different scrapbooking papers and things. But I will just do a flip through of this one to show you the kind of thing that it is. So this one actually has a picture book page with a label. It's got some lace, tea-dyed lace with music sheet as the spine, and it's got another book page as the back, lined with this lovely scrapbooking paper. So we've got some music sheet, we've got an envelope which you could stick down or add something to, or just use as a page. Tea-dyed note paper. Throughout I've added washi in places. This is partly because I upcycled the note paper, so some of it had tears in where it was, you know, from old notebooks. So I've done that, but I've also tried to do it in a decorative way so it kind of looks vintagey. That was kind of what I was trying to achieve anyway. We've got some, this is very thick note paper, but it's got a really nice texture. All of them have a doily turned into a pocket. We've got some more tea-dyed note paper, a couple of sheets of this graph square paper. All of them have some kind of book page in them. So this is this one. And then the middle is tea-dyed paper. That's the other side of the book page. Again, just papers I wanted to use up really. Another doily pocket. There's some more of that brown washi. And then this one has the envelope open for a pocket for you to do what you like. And then we have some more of the music sheet. So as I said, all of them are quite similar. Some of them have the country diary envelopes. Some of them have paper bags instead of the envelopes. I think one of them has a book page pocket rather than a paper bag or an envelope. So they're all very similar, but slightly different as well. So all of them will have individual photos in the listings, so you can choose the one that's that you would like. Okay, I'm still going. I have finished a lot in the last week or so. So now we have this one. Now this is a project I've done almost entirely off screen, if not entirely off screen. It is a bonus journal. It is a journal that I started a long time ago. I had a signature, I had the basic cover ready, but I hadn't done anything with it. So I got on and finished it, thankfully, and I'm really happy with it actually. So the cover is, from what I remember, it was an envelope that I covered in dark pink fabric, and then I've added a vintage, it's like a doily thing to the front, and also some, this was also a doily, but it's more lacy on the back. And then I've just decorated up the front with this piece, which is just some like cardstock, lace, music sheet, some painted paper, and this Tim Holtz card with a shabby dabby doodah book plate saying memories. And then Mandy from Sunflowers and Doors sent me these, and they're like pearly flower things, which I've just added. And the closure is underneath there, underneath the crochet detail you can see here, and also stitched in. So the closure is like properly not going anywhere. Okay. It's just one signature. And I have made it, it was very much inspired by a kit from Collage Type. I will link it down below. It's called Cottage Rose, but I have also used some other papers and different things. So we have a pocket here. I made this in one of my many scrapbook paper scrap busting sessions. So I've just decorated it up with some butterflies and flowers and label and some crochet trim. And then these are from the Cottage Rose kit. Now a couple of this one and this one I've printed onto linen paper, so it feels really nice. And then this one is just one of the pages that I've backed with cardstock. So that goes in there, all for writing on. And the cover is lined with this lovely vintagey scrapbooking paper. In the spine we've got broderie anglaise stitched in. A writing spot here. This is from a card making pack. And I've printed on the back with a backing paper from the Journal Boat, who I don't think is on Etsy anymore, but it's lovely. It's got all these nice swirls. Okay, we have some antique ledger with pink. That's the original writing. It says from 1894, so properly antique. This is one of the kit papers. Lovely kit, this. I backed it with tea-dyed note paper. This is a piece I made a very long time ago following a tutorial from Treasure Books, so I've actually turned it into a signature page. So it's from scrapbooking paper, folded up into a bunch of pockets. So we've got some ephemera from the kit. These are all ephemera pieces, all for writing on, or you know, using in decorating or what have you. And then it folds over and we've got another tuck spot, and this is some Tim Holtz ephemera that Ginny kindly sent me. I've just decorated it up with a couple of snippety things and a butterfly. Beautiful kit paper. Tea-dyed paper again. This is the end paper of a book page, end paper of a book, but colours wise perfect, and you could write on here with a white pen, or you could do some you know, decoration on it for writing on the back. Another card making sheet, and again I've printed on the back with that same journal boat paper. This is a pocket from the Cottage Rose kit, collage type, and I've just decorated it up with a stamp and a word. And these are printed onto linen paper as well, so they feel really, really nice. Again, just from the kit. And that's that pocket is on book page, so those just fit snugly in like so. So again, you could write here, or you could decorate this up further. I didn't want to cover that. I've got some vintage wallpaper with beautiful pinks and golds. Love that. Here on the back, this is I think it's a My Porch Prints, the text at the back. So this is from the kit. I've just added this Tim Holtz roses. So that actually flips down to reveal a pocket and a journal spot. And in there I've just got a bunch of ephemera pieces from the kit. Another linen piece. That's some Tim Holtz ephemera that Ginny sent me. And this was some Tim Holtz ephemera that I've just decorated with. This was from the kit, this rose or flower, and I've just added the word love. Kind of looks like a little picture, you know, vintage style. So those just peek in there and they peek out from the journal spot. I love that. There's some more of that M paper. I'll just put a sticker on that one. Writing paper. And this is the centre with the kit page. And I've also made a writing board. So I took two papers from the kit, folded them over, and I laminated them to make, you know, a stiff writing board. And I have added this charm, a couple of beads and a flower on one of those ball chains, just so that it hangs down for a bit of a dangle. Just a couple of butterflies, I thought that was too plain otherwise. Here on the back here, I've done one of those faux writing spot picture frame things. So this is the same card that was used on the front of the journal, Tim Holtz. So you could write on there, and you've also got the writing spot behind. So I thought that, you know, decorated the page, but was also, well, relatively practical. It's a bit tricky to get it, it's probably the angle I'm coming in at because I'm on video. There we go. Okay. And there's that wallpaper again and book page. Another kit pocket, and again I've just decorated up with a stamp, butterfly and snippety piece, and again printed onto linen paper. Beautiful birds those, just a tag. Same papers as before. Another kit page. Here we've got the back of that folded scrapbook multi-pocket thing. So again I've decorated it up with these little snippety bits. And inside we've just got a series of ephemera that you can write on. These two are Tim Holtz, that's from the kit, and I think that's a Tim Holtz. Again, Ginny kindly sent me the Tim Holtz pieces. Thank you, Ginny. They've been put to good use. Okay, and then here we've got this pocket here. And again, this is from the kit, and I just added one of my labels and backed onto some cream card. Okay, note paper, kit page, there's the back of that antique ledger, and there's that page again. And then in the back I've just added some crochet trim. I've got like a torn pocket. Again, I made this in one of my many scrap busting sessions, just decorated up with some stickers and labels. And in there's just a series of little bits and pieces that you can use to decorate the journal further, or, you know, use to make little clustery things. And then we've got another linen piece from the kit with those beautiful birds. And then this was just a scrap left over from the kit that I have backed to make a journal spot. So that is that one. That is the Cottage Rose journal. I showed you the back, didn't I, with that beautiful lace. It feels really nice, and it's whoops, losing the book board. There we go, writing board. And because I've used mostly kit stuff, it's actually, you know, quite a flat journal. I think it's probably one of the flattest journals I've done in a while. So that's that one, but I absolutely love how it turned out. I think it's really pretty. So that was a bonus journal. I was not expecting to make it. It just kind of happened. So there you go. And finally, I have got 4 packs of Tim Holtz ephemera that I will also be putting in the shop. All of them are different, so I won't go through everything. There will be photos of all these things, but for those of you that remember, I did a video on using up my Tim Holtz scraps. So I've gone through and finished everything, decorated everything. A lot of these things we did on video, just a whole bunch of stuff. All of them are different. So that's kind of like a greeny one. Sorry, I know the plastic bag is really noisy. But some of them, you know, these ones are the brown ones. Again, I've got videos for doing these things. All just different things from when I was working on Tim Holtz, made from the scraps. Some of them have little journals inside, which is just, you know, using up some vintage papers that I had. No, different pockets and framed pockets and just lots of different things. This one actually has 2 notebooks. So if you are interested in Tim Holtz ephemera, then please do have a look at the listings. As I said, I have 4 packs and they are all different, so I'm not gonna, the video is probably long enough as it is. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Yes, that is everything. So yeah, I've been a busy bee, finishing a load of stuff. At the moment, I'm very much in use it up, finish it off kind of mode, which is why I've been so productive, because, you know, the Edith Holden stuff was using up the papers I had from 2 years ago. The Tim Holtz stuff was from a couple of years ago. That Cottage Rose journal I started a couple of years ago. You can sense a theme. Those book covers, which made the writing journals, they are, I've had those for ages as well. So all of it was, you know, use it up, use it, make something pretty, and yeah, I've just been really, really productive. So that was a lot to get through. If you're still watching, then thank you, because that was a really long flip through. But I hope that it gave you some inspiration. I'm just gonna put this in front of me so you have a pretty to look at. I hope they've given you some kind of inspiration, or just something nice to look at. As I said, everything will be in my Etsy shop. It will be later this week is what I'm gunning for. I need to, you know, I need to go through and take photos of everything. But everything will be in the Etsy shop later this week, apart from the Ringbound journal, because that is already spoken for, as I say. If you see anything you like in this flip through video, you're more than welcome to get in touch with me before I put stuff in my Etsy shop, if you do want to, you know, put a hold on anything. Yeah, I think that's everything. Gosh, I think I'm gonna need to go and have a drink, because yeah, it's a lot to get through. And also, we love a sneak peek, don't we? I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek. I do have a tutorial series going out next week for how I made, ta-da, this. So this is another project I've been doing with the Edith Holden book covers. This time, this is a folio, and this is the only sneak peek you're getting. A little folio. So it's got, you know, a couple of journals in there. It's got flip outs and pockets and different things. So yeah, do stay tuned for that series, which will be out next week, and then I'll do a flip through of that once you've seen the videos for that. So thank you so much for joining me. I know that was a lot to look at, but I appreciate you being here, and I look forward to speaking to you very soon. Bye bye for now then. Have a lovely rest of your day.